We awoke from one nightmare into another.
With your name on it.
Yeah, nice damage, bro. What's that damage? Yeah? You like this? You like this? You like this? With the button presses that I shouldn't have pressed. Let's f***ing go! What's going on, guys? Rounded Tic Tac here, and welcome back to probably the final build guide for Diablo 4 until the game actually releases or we get another beta. I finally got a specific item, and I desperately wanted to play Lightning Druid. We were able to. We got the item early this morning, and I ran to the butcher and got a complete solo honest kill on the butcher on a Lightning Druid, as you guys saw in the intro. This build is really fun to play. If you guys want to check it out, you're literally running around like Thor. So just keep this in mind for when the game comes out, or if there's another beta, that this is definitely something that you can try. So going into the skill tree real fast here, like I said, I am definitely on a time crunch. We are going Storm Strike, into Enhanced Storm Strike, and into Vulnerable like usual. That, like I've been saying, is the best generator. Since we are playing a caster build, we're going to take 3 points into Abundance and 1 point into Heart of the Wild. Heart of the Wild, an extra 9 spirit total isn't even enough for an extra cast of Lightning Storm, so I figured we didn't need it, but we needed the 1 point to get to the 3 here. This really helps with your mana generation, your spirit generation, excuse me, and makes the build feel a lot better to play. We're putting 5 points into Lightning Storm, 1 point into Enhanced, and then 1 point into Raging Lightning Storm. Since we have immobilization on here, we don't really need it on this, but you can if you want to. Coming down here, we are taking Earthen Bulwark with Unstoppable and with Fortify. Take this if you need it specifically for oh shit situations, and on top of that, it combines with one of our items to grant us some bonus crit damage. If you do have the item that gives you bonus damage while you are unstoppable, it's even better. My build currently doesn't allow me to do that. Down here, we're taking only 2 points into Raven for the increased critical strike chance and for the little damage over time. Then down here, we are taking 1 point into Elemental Exposure. This is a lucky hit kind of build. Then down here, every 15 seconds, a Lightning Strike deals 202 damage. And then up here, another lucky hit, up to 20% chance when dealing damage to a vulnerable, immobilized, or stunned enemy, that a Lightning Strike will also hit for 202 and 247 damage. All of these things combined allow us to do a lot of single target damage and a crap ton of AoE. One thing to mention about Enhanced Lightning Storm is the size of your Lightning Storm is preserved for 4 seconds after channeling. This is a channeled ability where you stand still. If you hold it for 4 seconds, you will be completely out of spirit, but since we have 3 points here, regaining that spirit takes less than 4 seconds. So once we channel again, it'll be an Enhanced Lightning Storm with like 6 or 7 tendrils coming down instead of just the 1 or 2 that it starts with. So this is a very important perk. And then the last 2 points, we're just putting in Cataclysm and into Prime Cataclysm. We don't need the vulnerable chance from this because we have enough skills that do it anyway. And just because we're in a time crunch, let's quickly go over the important stuff here, which is the gear to make all of this work. We have our helmet, our chest, and our pants are all just basic defensive stats. Nothing you really need to worry about. The base stats you're looking for are things like lucky hit chance, critical strike chance, critical hit damage, lightning damage, that kind of stuff. That's what you're looking for on your base rolls here. On our boots, we have increased crowd control duration and a 40% increased damage to unstoppable enemies. I'm not sure if this means bosses. I think it does, right? Because you can't CC them. I'm assuming that means bosses. If it does, then you have an extra 47%. This is the best utility perk I have for my boots, so that's why we're using it. For our gloves, this is where things get good. We have increased attack speed. This is just to help our Storm Strike make more spirit quicker. That's it. You're going to be chumping through your spirit on this build. So this is very helpful, especially with the skill tree that gives us an extra 30% on hit. So definitely look for this on your gloves. Down here, we have skills deal up to 25 increased damage based on your available primary resource. Now, since Lightning Strike is a channeled ability, as long as you have max resource, in this case 108. When you start the channel, the entire channel, so all 8 or 9 strikes, should have that increased 25% increased damage. Now on our totem, we have critical strikes with storm skills charge the air around you every 2 seconds, causing a periodic lightning strike doing 420 damage. That's fantastic to have. That's the little lightning strike you'll see in the footage, just randomly hitting everything. Then this is what I got literally earlier this morning. Lightning storm critical strike spawn 3 dancing bolts that seek enemies in the area, dealing 242 lightning damage. The lightning storm ability is kind of all over the place. So when you do eventually get that critical strike, this allows you to get a little more consistent AoE. And then over here, we have up to an 18% lucky hit chance when dealing lightning damage to overload the target for 3 seconds, causing any direct damage you deal to them to pulse for 308 additional damage to surrounding enemies. This also hits the main enemy that it's on as well. And this is actually that little blue puddle you'll see in some of the footage, and it chunks bosses. If you get lucky enough to get a nice lucky hit chain going, this thing will absolutely decimate bosses. And then up here, this is why part of the reason we have Earthen Bulwark on our build. Casting a storm skill grants your earth skills crit damage. We don't need that, but the vice versa is what we do want. Casting an earth skill increases critical strike chance of storm skills up to 15%. So that is all of the items. That is the build. As you guys can see in the footage, this build absolutely wrecks stuff. Even being able to solo the butcher, which was I had a ton of fun doing. I was really excited. If you couldn't tell, I was not expecting to be able to pull off that win, but having extra crit chance from the bird, having an extra life bar basically with Earthen Bulwark, having a decent ultimate, and just being able to run away and spam this and then run away again actually made it doable. So yeah, this is Storm Druid. It absolutely did much better than I really expected it to. And yeah, and that's about it, guys. That is this last Diablo 4 guide. All of the videos are probably going to get updates. I'm probably going to run Druid when the game comes out, and I will see you guys in 67 days. But make sure to like and subscribe and check out my other content too. I'm going to be making more deep dive videos about Diablo 4 in the coming weeks, now that we're not going to be able to play again. So look forward to those. Thank you guys so much. I will see you on the next one. Tic Tac out.